Hello, welcome icons. I'm Shon Kokoszka, the founder of Icon Coaching. And today we're going to dive into a very deep dive into the eXp model to show you the profound points of differentiation between the typical brokerage versus eXp. And by the end of today's call, you're going to see why eXp is the fastest growing real estate brokerage in the history of real estate sales, gang. I mean, they're shattering the record set by Dave Liniger at RE/MAX and Gary Keller at Keller Williams. So you're going to understand exactly why. Now I'm going to make some really bold statements today, okay? And I want to be able to back that up. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And real quick, Brian, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to make some bold statements, guys. I want to back that up. So just a real quick history background. During my real estate career, I've sold over 4,000 homes, over $1 billion in sales volume. Now, I've also started multiple companies that have been really successful, from Advocate Mortgage, Advocate Title, Sonoran Land Development, Sonoran Custom Homes. The idea, gang, was 6 income streams on one transaction, and we crushed it until 2009. And then the whole market collapsed, right? So anyway, that's a very long story. I'm not going to get into that one, but I learned a thing or two about short sales during that time in my career, no doubt. Short selling everything that I owned. Yeah. So, I rebuilt the real estate company after the crash in 2009. I ended up selling my real estate team to move down to Austin, Texas, and start a company with Gary Keller, the founder of Keller Williams, called Keller Williams MAPS Coaching. So again, I have consulted and coached with the top producing agents and teams on it. And I'm here to just provide value to education to each and every one of you. Let me see if I can get rid of that background noise here. So Gary and I started another company together where I took the proprietary model, systems, technology, and training that we developed to all industries outside of real estate sales. And I consulted for companies like McDonald's and Panasonic. Fidelity National Title Group was a big client of mine. You can see the list of companies there, from Sport Clips to T-Mobile, Genentech, Pepsi, GMC, and about 10,000 other companies you've never heard of before. Yet, gang, during my career, I've got at least 10,000 hours of business model analysis under my belt, I'm telling you. And I have never experienced a model like eXp. In fact, I would say it's the best business model that I've ever studied. And by the end of today's session, I think you're going to come to the same conclusion that I came to, and that is that it will be financially irresponsible of you not to align with eXp. So let's dive into this. In fact, we're attracting the top talent from around the world, guys. So take a look at this. Dan DeBow, formerly with RE/MAX, by the way, 322 transactions, over $125 million in sales volume. Obviously a smart businessman. There's no doubt about that. He saw this model. He chose to align with it. You got Colette McDonald. I don't know if Colette's on the call with us today, but I'll tell you, she's a rock star agent. I've sold her short. This does not include her team's production. This is her personal production. So personally, she'll do 50 transactions per year, about 25 million in sales volume. In fact, she is the only approved realtor, the preferred realtor for the Atlanta Falcons. So she's based in Atlanta, Georgia there. Daniel Beer, look at this, 280 transactions, 210 million in sales volume. Fred Weaver, 342 transactions. Now, real quick story about Colette, by the way. She was with RE/MAX, and I'm going to go back a couple, right? Colette McDonald. She was with RE/MAX. Cost her almost $50,000 per year to be associated with RE/MAX. She comes over here to eXp, and instead of it costing her almost $50,000 per year, she has improved her net worth by over $300,000 through the stock options and awards. So guys, bottom line is this is a much better model. So here we go. We got Marcy Willems and her husband, Jeff. They're clients of mine. Look at this, 490 transactions last year. They're going to do well over 600 this year. We got Julie and Daniel. Look at this, 387 transactions. Trisha Turner, 234 transactions. The Franklin team is a great example. 1,200 transactions, gang. Over 400 million in sales volume last year. All of these smart business people have seen the light. They recognize that the traditional brokerage model is broken, and eXp is the next logical step along the trend line. So let's talk about that. What is the brokerage model of the future? What do you guys think? Any thoughts there? If so, unmute yourself. Okay, by show of hands, real quick, those of you who have your video on, how many of you believe that it's going more toward a cloud-based environment? Show me your hands if you do. All right, good. See, I think that the traditional brick and mortar brokerage, it's a thing of the past. In fact, I'm talking to a good friend of mine who's recently made the decision to come over from Keller Williams Realty over to eXp. She was the team leader of her market center. She said the market center cost the monthly nut on the market center was either between $130,000 on a low month and $165,000 per month to run that operation. Now I'm going to do some quick math with you guys, and bear with me. I'm just opening up the calculator on my phone here. So let's just take an average of $140,000 per month for a real estate brokerage. Now, Keller Williams has 883 market centers. That costs them $123,000 and change every single month to stay in operation, times 12 months. I got to turn my phone sideways because the number's just way too big. Almost $1.5 billion with a B per year because they're a brick and mortar brokerage. You understand this? And they're not no different. Same thing with Coldwell Banker. Nothing against them. I love all of them, okay? Trust me, they're great companies. I've been associated with several of them in my past, yet this brick and mortar brokerage versus cloud-based. Let's talk a little bit about this because, you know, history leaves clues. There's no doubt. Success leaves clues and failure also leaves clues. And the smart people, they study all of those things to identify the next logical step on a trend line, to ideally align with or create a model that will allow you and I to be relevant in the future. I told this story just yesterday. My wife and I just celebrated our 28th wedding anniversary, and we're driving to the airport. We're going to fly down to Playa del Carmen. It's one of our favorite places to go and relax and blow off a little steam, right? And I was thinking back to our honeymoon. And let me get rid of this background noise real quick. There we go. So I was thinking back to our honeymoon. Now, a week before we got married, I had to literally get in my car, drive across town to this travel agent's office to pick up the tickets for our cruise and pick up the tickets for the flights, right? And heaven forbid, if you lost those things, you're in serious trouble, right? Now, when I stepped into this travel agency, it was in a strip mall. It was a large space, and there was probably at least 50 travel agents that worked in that facility. Let me ask, what do you suppose those people are doing today? Do you think they're still travel agents? Of course not. They got what I call Netflixed. And Netflix is just a term that I like to use, meaning when a cloud-based operation comes in to replace brick and mortar, that's what I call it. It's just they got Netflixed, okay? So you look at Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, gang, 15,000 locations in North America alone. They were shut down in what felt like overnight, like a decade and a half ago, right? By this little cloud-based organization called Netflix. And the list, of course, goes on. Circuit City versus Amazon. We all know what happened there. I mean, with 2 clicks on my mobile device, something will show up at my house this afternoon or at latest tomorrow morning, right? Through Amazon Prime. So much more convenient than getting in my car and driving 35 minutes to some retail location and have to go in and search for it myself and hope that an employee can help me. Amazon is just so simple, right? It's cloud-based. Then you got Yellow Cab versus Uber, you know, Hilton Hotels versus Airbnb, right? And the bottom line is, guys, this list of companies that are being absorbed through cloud-based organizations and the industries, the list just goes on and on and on. And I personally believe that this traditional brokerage model of a brick and mortar is going to be replaced by a cloud-based version. Now I put eXp's logo up there because, gang, they're first to market, first to be publicly traded on NASDAQ. So being first to market is a basic fundamental of extraordinary results as well as market dominance. In fact, I'm just kind of curious. I'm just going to look up the ticker symbol here real quick for eXp. It's EXPI on NASDAQ. You guys can see the chart. That's since COVID began. They were trading at $6.50 per share, roughly. Today, they're trading currently at $59.26 per share. Think about that. That's almost 10 times growth since COVID began, and you're going to understand why in a moment. Now, in what way or ways does your current brokerage compensate you? Now, I'm not talking about your splits. I'm not talking about your cap or your per transaction fee, your franchise fee or royalty fee. What I'm talking about is in what way or ways can you actually derive compensation by being associated with your current brokerage? And I'll tell you, in 99.9% of the cases out there, guys, the only way a realtor can make money at their current brokerage is through transactional income. To sell houses. Of course, we get paid when we do that. And trust me, you can make millions of dollars selling real estate. Now, the challenge with that is if you don't show up, if you don't produce, well, sadly, you don't make any money. So at eXp, here's the good news. And by the way, on page 1 of your workbook, let's go ahead and fill in the blanks here. There's 8 different ways we compensate you. So there's transactional income. There's stock awards based on your production. Now, I started my career when I was 20 years old. Now, this was 29 years ago with a little company called RE/MAX, and was consistently top 100 internationally with RE/MAX. And sure, I got to go down to Castle Pines, Colorado, and play Dave Lineker's golf course called the Sanctuary. It's a beautiful golf course, but I even helped pay for that. Yet I never earned any stock or equity in RE/MAX based on my production. I joined Keller Williams. Again, made Gary Keller a mountain of money and never received any stock, equity, or ownership. eXp is totally different. In fact, we're a company that's owned by the agents, for the agents, and they're the most agent-centric company that I've ever experienced. There's a direct stock purchase program. We'll do a deep dive into that as well. The iBuyer sales, iBuyer referral fees, as well as mortgage company dividends, foreign currency exchange commissions, and finally, I saved the best for last, revenue share. This is the part that really got me. Yes, Junkie, I love the comment in the chats about the eXp stock growth, guys. It is awesome, amazing. In fact, I'll save that for a little bit later because I need to give you a little bit more of an education before I do, but here we go. Transactional income. Let's talk about point number one. What's your current brokerage fee model? So what is your current split? What is your current transaction fee? What other fees do you pay? Do you pay a royalty fee? Does your split, does it cap, or do you just pay it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever? Does it cap? If so, what's your cap? In fact, if you could go through the exercise, I think it would serve you well to go back and analyze, what does it cost you to be associated with your current brokerage? What did it cost you over the last 12 months? Then I want you to compare, in contrast, apples to apples, what eXp offers. Now, eXp is not the most expensive model and they're definitely not the cheapest. However, I will tell you, no matter the duration of tenure of the realtor or their production level, there are no special deals. Every agent is on an 80-20 split and it caps at $16,000. And then after you paid eXp $16,000, you're going to get essentially 100% of your commissions thereafter throughout your calendar year. Now your cap is going to reset annually. So when you join today, your cap anniversary date would be set at November 1st. So you'd have November to make $80,000. That's what it takes to cap. $80,000 in gross commission income. And now in most major markets, that's between 8 and 11 transactions. Paying eXp 20% of 80,000 equals the 16,000. You've now capped, you're going to get 100% of your commissions all the way up until November 1st of 2021. Now there are some other minor fees that I want to be totally transparent on and let you know. On every closed transaction, and on page 2, go ahead and fill in the blanks, you're going to pay a $25 broker review fee. You're going to pay $40 toward E&O insurance on every closed transaction up until you've closed your 13th transaction. So it's up to $500 per year that you're going to pay toward eXp E&O insurance, excuse me. Now, once you paid in $500, you're capped. They're not going to charge you that again until which time your cap resets. Now, at most brokerages, you have to pay a year's worth of E&O insurance up front. That's how it was when I was with RE/MAX. That's how it was when I was KW. And whether I produced or not, I had to pay the full premium. Now, you don't pay E&O insurance at eXp unless you close a transaction, which to me makes the most sense. All right. There's a one-time fee to join eXp. It's just 64 bucks. Okay. Then the only fee you're going to pay at eXp, if you produce or not, is going to be the $85 per month technology fee. So gang, let's talk about what's included there. You get KV Core. This is a powerful CRM and digital marketing platform. They provide you with an IDX website. And for free, I've got clients that are leveraging that website to generate over 50 leads every single month. Now the IDX, Information Data Exchange, is what that stands for. It allows buyer and seller prospects to do live MLS searches right from your website. Now they're going to want access to that information after they plug in their criteria, and they're going to pay for that information. Not with money, with their identity. So they complete the web form to get access to the information. That information, that data is automatically integrated right into the KV Core platform, and a whole series of automation happens on the back end to help you convert this prospect from a prospect to a client. Gang, it's like putting it on autopilot. It's amazing. By the way, there's a bolt-on to this called Making It Rain. And for as little as $250 per month, you'll generate in excess of another 30 to 50 leads every single month. If you want to spend $1,000, you're probably going to generate in excess of 150, maybe even more than 200 leads every single month. And undoubtedly, with more leads, you're going to have more sales. And that's what we all want, right? To improve our bank account balances, KV Core and eXp allows each and every one of us to do just that. Now, if you were to engage with KB Core as a non-eXp agent, it would cost you around $6,600 per year. That's included in the $85 per month. Then we've got SkySlope, which is transaction management software. It's going to keep you organized with your transaction coordination. It's also a compliance tool that we leverage here at eXp, and provided you've uploaded all necessary documents to the platform. If you're in table funding state, you're going to get your check right there at the closing table. If you're not in a table funding state, it will be automatically deposited into your account within 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, yet depending on the timing of your closing, because they got to push the money through the feds, have it bounce back into your account. Now, Google storage and email, that's also included. And then the Regus Worldwide Campus membership. This is shared workspace. Let me show you what this looks like. It's A-class type space. It's shared workspace. So you have some of the best Wi-Fi and broadband and everything else available to you for free. They have computers, they have scanners, printers, copy machines, they have snack bars, coffee bars, they have vending machines. They have everything that you need in a professional working environment. And you can work out of this facility absolutely free of charge. You just walk in, show them your credentials, and you can plug in and work from a professional environment, because again, we are cloud-based. We recognize you want to meet with clients in a professional environment. So you can go to any of the 10,000 plus locations in North America for free, okay? Now, to me, this is a significant benefit for us as realtors. If you work at a traditional brokerage, like a RE/MAX or a Coldwell Banker, and you go into that office to work, well, every other person in that office suite, well, they're a licensed realtor. Let me ask, what are the chances that they're going to buy a home from you or list with you or send you a referral? Gang, it's not going to happen, okay? Now, working out of a Regus workspace, this is a networking opportunity. You're now, working side by side with CPAs, financial planners, insurance agents, people who can send you multiple referrals year after year after year, and even buy, sell, or invest with you. So it gives you a great opportunity to form more relationships. And as you've already know, this always has been, it is today, and it always will be a relationship-driven business. Okay, so this gives you an opportunity to create more of those relationships. By the way, sidebar comment, when somebody approaches you and says, oh, you're in real estate, what's the next question they ask? How's the market, right? How's the market? What do you say? Here's my input. Don't give them your opinion. Oh, it's slow on the upper end, or man, things are flying off the shelf. Here's what I would encourage you to do. When they say, how's the market? You say this, you say, that really depends. Tell me, why are you asking? You're looking to buy a home, sell a house, or invest in real estate. Which is it? See, what you're doing now is you're creating a sales opportunity, and you do that at a Regus every single day. Now, again, guys, it's A-class type space. You'd be really proud to meet your customers, your clients here, no doubt about it. Now, what else is included for 85 bucks a month? eXp gives you over 40 hours of training inside the eXp world every single week. I've presented several of those training sessions, and they're not just any trainer, gang, they are the best trainers on the face of the planet, okay? Because they're presenting to a global audience. Now, traditional brokerage, there's one person who's pretty good at this, so they're going to teach the other realtors exactly what they're doing, right? Not at eXp, it's the best of the best of the best, and they're presenting to a global audience. And since COVID began, guys, we haven't skipped a beat. We've offered over 40 hours of training inside the world every single week because we're cloud-based. We were built for this. In fact, there's over 400 full-time employees that work for eXp that are live and in the world every single day to assist you and give you immediate gratification. I've never personally experienced anything like it. And as we know, instant gratification, well, it's just not fast enough these days. For example, guys, I stand in front of the microwave oven saying, come on, I don't have all minute, let's go, right? And that's how we tend to approach everything in life. Now at eXp, again, instant gratification. We also provide you with a WordPress website and lead generation platform so that you too can build an organization inside of eXp. The next way that we compensate you is through stock awards based on your production. So when you sell real estate, you earn equity and stock within the brokerage you're associated with. To me, makes all the sense in the world. So go ahead and fill in the blanks with me. On page number 3, upon your first closed transaction with eXp, they're just going to give you $200 worth of eXp stock. So whatever it's trading for that day, well, they're going to give you $200 worth of shares for eXp. Now, when you can attract an agent to join eXp and they name you as the reason why they joined, in essence, they put you down as their quote unquote sponsor. When they have their first closed transaction, you're going to earn another $400 worth of eXp stock. Now, once you cap and close an additional 20 transactions within your anniversary year, they're going to give you the $16,000 that you paid to them in the form of cap contribution back in the form of eXp stock. Guys, it's unheard of. That's when you've reached what we call icon agent status. Now again, to reach icon agent status, you must cap. So you got to make $80,000 in gross commission income, pay eXp 20%. That's the $16,000. So once you hit $16,000, if you can close an additional 20 transactions within your anniversary year, or make more than $500,000 in gross commission income for those of you in higher level price points, you've reached icon agent status. Now, once you cap, there will be a new fee that you're going to pay. You don't pay it until you cap, and you only pay it on the next 20 closed transactions. It's $250. So 250 times those 20 transactions to get you to the icon agent status, you've now paid to eXp an additional $5,000. So you paid 16 plus the 5,000, you're into eXp for 21,000, right? However, you will then get the 16 that you gave to them in cap contribution back in the form of eXp stock. And I encourage you, look that up. It's traded on NASDAQ. Ticker symbol again is EXPI. Okay, check it out. Now these awards that are based on production, there is a 3-year vesting period associated with that stock. So you got to stay with eXp for at least 3 years to actually be able to trade that, sell it, cash it in, whatever you want to do, or hold it. I'd recommend you hold it, by the way, because eXp is on a rocket ship. Okay, this is what it feels like to be winning. Okay. Now again, there's a 3-year vesting period. Now that's part of the brilliance of the model, because eXp agents that come to eXp, they stay with eXp. All brokerages must focus on 3 basic things. Okay. The first is recruiting. We figured that out. Retention, that's where the stock awards really help us with the retention of agents. Okay. And then of course, revenue. With over 40 hours of training inside the world every single week, when you've got the right knowledge, the skills, the mindset, the habits, guys, you're going to crush it with your real estate career, make more money, and that's going to help eXp improve the revenues. So let's talk about direct stock purchase program. This is totally optional. You do not have to engage in this, yet I would strongly encourage you to definitely engage in it, because here's what happens. What eXp is going to do, they're going to take 5% of your gross commission income, and they'll sell you eXp stock at a 10% discount. They do it automatically. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. Now with the direct stock purchase program, gang, there are no restrictions to this stock whatsoever. You can buy it today, literally trade it or sell it tomorrow. It's like buying $10 bills for $9 a piece, right? And if you could buy $10 bills for $9 a piece, how many would you buy? As many as you could. Now, the only challenge with this program is that you can only invest 5% of your gross commission income into the program. Yet those that did that, in fact, I mentioned Colette McDonald earlier, she engaged in the direct stock purchase program, and she's got over $300,000 worth of eXp stock now, because when she engaged in that, it was trading for, $4, $5, $6 per share. And as I mentioned, in March, it was trading for about $6.50. It's almost 10x since March, guys. It's on a rocket ship. So eXp iBuyer program, let's talk about this. Traditional companies that offer the iBuyer program like Zillow, Redfin, Opendoor, well, gang, they're going direct to consumer. I know you've heard the radio commercials, seen the TV commercials saying things like, don't worry about getting your house ready to bring on the market. We'll give you an as-is cash offer right now. You're interested, make application on our website, right? Now, as an eXp agent, you can do exactly the same thing. In fact, once you go through this training for the Express Offers platform, there are 6 courses, takes about 8 hours in total. Once you obtain that certification, you can offer anybody in your market area with 0 financial risk a cash offer within 24 hours. You can close within 10 business days. Now, whatever commission's outlined in MLS, you're going to earn that commission. Or if it's your listing, whatever the full listing commission is, you're going to earn that commission in the process. Now, once the investor purchases it, if they're going to fix it up, put it back on the market, you're guaranteed to get that listing back. They're going to pay you a small 4% commission, of which you have to give away 2.5% to the co-op agent, but you're guaranteed to get that listing back. So you get 2 commissions on 1 transaction, if that makes sense. It's actually 2 transactions, but you get where I'm coming from. Now, powerful question. You guys ready? Here we go. How can you use the eXp iBuyer program to generate more seller leads? And I'll just be really prescriptive. Now you can take this offer, meaning, don't worry about getting your home ready to put on the market. I'll give you a cash offer. I mean, sidestep all the headache, all the hassle of listing your home for sale in the open market. I'll give you a cash offer as is, where is within 24 hours, and we can close within 10 business days. Now, here's what's going to happen. With that type of a lead magnet, you're going to attract a bunch of seller leads to you, people stepping forward, raising their hand, picking up the phone, calling you, sending you an email, giving you a direct message on social channels, whatever that is, saying, I'm interested in my cash offer. Now, the average consumer out there, whether they approach Zillow, Redfin, Open Door, or express offers through eXp, their assumption is that this offer is going to be pretty close to the retail value. That's what they think. Now, in all cases, though, these are wholesale type offers. So I want you guys to get your mind around this. Generally speaking, the average offer is going to be about 70% of the real value of the property. So if they're asking 200, or if it's worth 200,000, the offer is going to be at about $130,000. Same with Zillow, Redfin, and Open Door. Okay. Now, here's what I learned through my thorough analysis of those 3 big box retailers is that 92% of those potential seller prospects, they ultimately rejected the offer. And they probably listed with a local real estate professional and brought it to the open market, right? Now, you as an eXp agent going direct to consumer, whether it's a direct mail piece, maybe it's a social media ad campaign or an email campaign that you're going to send out to everybody in your database. It might even be a voicemail drop campaign, a ringless voicemail drop campaign through KV Core, because KV Core offers that, by the way. And you're going to get many sellers requesting a cash offer. Again, the whole goal of marketing is to get people to self-identify. I'm interested in selling this house, right? So you upload the property details to the Express Offers platform, you receive your cash offer, you bring it over to that seller along with the net sheet. And you say, hey, by the way, you don't have to accept this offer. Yet if you do, you're going to pay a premium for instant liquidation, okay? And here's what you would net. Now, if you want to, you could list with me. In fact, I pulled the active properties that are currently on the market, the under contracts, and the sold comparables. And I believe you could fetch this for your house in the open market. Here's your closing costs. And here's what you would net in the open market when you list with me. Now, given the 2 options, which would you prefer? So guys, you're almost selling against this cash offer, and I trust this makes sense. It gives you the opportunity to identify seller leads. Now, that's one of the biggest challenges in real estate. I think you'll agree. Getting buyer leads, that's easy. All you have to do is advertise houses, and you just almost automatically get buyer leads. Now, the challenge is, how do you get seller leads? And this is a powerful lead magnet that every eXp Express Offers approved agent can offer to anybody in their state. Now, these are the states where we are approved. New York has recently been approved, by the way. So if you're in New York, congratulations, you could engage in Express Offers as well. The light blue represents those agents that are almost approved or working toward approval. The dark blue represents those states that have been approved. What eXp does is they identify wholesalers in the market area in that state. The wholesaler makes application to be an approved Express Offers buyer. One of the criteria is that they must have purchased at least 50 homes in the last 12 months in order to qualify. So these are serious, seasoned investors. It'll be a very smooth transaction. But remember, 92% of the time, they're going to reject the offer, and they'll probably list with you to bring it to open market. And that's the goal. So since you're probably not licensed in all 50 states, you can do the Express Offers iBuyer referral fees. So by simply uploading the property details and referring it to an Express Offers agent in that location, you can earn between 25 and 30% referral fee on every referral that you send out. Point number 6, guys, mortgage company dividends. We have a subsidiary mortgage company called First Cloud Mortgage. They're a cloud-based mortgage company, so their expenses are low, therefore their closing costs are low, their interest rates are low, highly competitive. And for as little as $500, you can invest in First Cloud Mortgage to be a shareholder, and you'll receive quarterly dividends. And so I strongly encourage you to do that as well. Foreign currency exchange commissions. If you work with international buyers, people who need to move money into the US to buy real estate, they must engage with a qualified intermediary to receive those funds, push it through the feds, get it approved for real estate acquisitions, and you'll earn 0.5% or 1/4 to 0.5% commission on the funds that they move into the US. So undoubtedly you're sensing that eXp is very creative on ways to improve your bank account balance. I saved the best for last. It's revenue share. So on page number 5, I want you to fill in these blanks because this is the game changer. This is the thing that got me. And this is the thing that will enable you to truly retire from real estate sales with plenty of residual and passive income within the next 5 years. And I'm going to show you how you do that. Now, eXp, they share 50% of the gross revenue, underlying gross revenue, okay, that is derived from agent cap contributions back to the agents like you and I who help them grow. So when you attract an agent to join eXp, when they have a closed transaction, let me get rid of that background noise, sorry about that. When they have a closed transaction, you're going to earn a percentage of what they give to eXp. So it doesn't come out of the agent's pocket. eXp shares 50% of the gross revenues derived through agent cap contributions. So let's just say that within the next 30 days, with my help, with whoever invited you to attend this call with their help, let's just assume that you could attract 5 agents to join eXp and they name you as sponsor. Within 30 days, your organization at eXp could look just like this. And it's a heck of a lot easier than building a real estate team, I'll tell you that much. You don't have to manage these people. You don't have to provide them with leads, answer contract questions, none of it. When they have a closed transaction, you get a percentage of what they pay to eXp. So let's just say within the next 30 days, let's assume that with your help, with whoever invited you to attend this call's help, and with my help, we could get those 5 agents to attract 5 agents each that would join eXp and name those agents a sponsor. So essentially that would be 5 agents on your first tier, 25 agents in your second tier. Now, here's what your organization could look like within the next 60 days. Now, as I said, you're going to earn a percentage of what they pay to eXp. And at your first tier, you're going to earn up to $2,800 per year per agent. Now, that would be for a capping agent. Let's say they're a half capper, meaning rather than making $80,000 gross commission income and giving eXp $16,000, let's just say they only make $40,000 and they pay eXp $8,000. For that agent, you're not going to earn $2,800. You would earn exactly half that. They would pay you $1,400 for that agent. Or if they made $20,000, which is a quarter capper, you'd earn a quarter of the $2,800 or $700 for that agent. And I trust that makes sense. Now, revenue share is deposited into your account automatically on or before the 22nd of each month. So the closed transactions that happened last month in September, well, I get that money deposited right into my account, and so will you on or before October 22nd, okay? Now, the second tier, you're compensated up to $3,200 per year per agent. So undoubtedly, you recognize that eXp wants to motivate you to help the people that you've attracted to help them attract people to join eXp because you make an extra $400 per agent per year there. Now, let's assume that they're all cappers. They're not going to be because you're going to cap those. Yeah, you're going to attract those cappers, the people that cap within the first 30 days, like Junkie Patel. I saw she just joined us. Congratulations, by the way, Junkie. She'll cap within the first 30 days, right? And you'll attract those brand new agents that are just new to real estate. They're green, and they're going to sell 1 or 2 houses their first year, right? Yet, let's assume for the sake of this discussion that they're all cappers. So 2,800 times 5, guys, that's 14,000 per year. Now, here's the power of the model. It's the power of duplication, multiplication. See, because 25 times 3,200, that's $80,000. Add them together, it's almost $100,000 a year. And you could build that within the next 60 days with a little bit of energy and effort. And here's the best part. The model goes 7 levels deep. Now, you can see the tiers here, meaning those agents that you personally attract that name you as their sponsor would be your first tier. The agents that you've attracted, that they attract an agent, that would go into your second tier, your third, and so on and so forth. Now, to unlock the power of all 7 levels of this revenue share system, you must attract to your first tier at least 40 agents to join eXp. So once you hit 40, you've unlocked all 7 levels of the revenue share system. And here's how it works. If you've attracted up to 4 agents, you're only going to derive compensation from tier 1. However, once you've attracted your 5th agent, you've now unlocked levels 1 and 2. And it goes in increments of 5, clear up to level 6. So once you hit 25 agents, you've unlocked 6 levels of the revenue share system. And there's a substantial gap between level 6 and level 7 because at level 7, you earn up to $4,000 per year per agent. Okay. You guys with me on this? Any questions? So a question came in, is it like a pyramid? Well, sure, yet it's not the negative connotations associated with a pyramid scheme, right? In a pyramid scheme, the people at the bottom of the pyramid, they lose. That's why it's illegal, okay? This is not an MLM either, multi-level marketing company, because with MLMs, and I love the models, don't get me wrong, yet in all cases, they're asking you to do something different outside of your current profession, am I right? Like if I joined Amway, next thing you know, I'm gonna have pills and lotions and shampoos stored in my garage, and I'm trying to sell that stuff to everybody I know. And again, I love those models, don't get me wrong, yet at eXp, you're not doing anything different than you're doing right now. You're already having conversations with realtors. So let me just demonstrate how easy it is to attract an agent to come over here to eXp. So you have a conversation with them. Let's say they called you for feedback. You showed one of their listings over the weekend. They call you for feedback. You provide them with the feedback politely as you always would, right? You say, hey, by the way, do you have just 1 minute to answer a quick question for me? And they say, well, of course. I'm going to be very direct because I respect your time and there's no judgment to your response to this question. Yes or no, it's okay. Let me just ask, for a superior brokerage model that'll have a profound and substantial impact on your net income, let me just ask, are you possibly recruitable? Now, if they say yes, well, then all you have to do is invite them to this call. I'll do the heavy lifting for you. I'll educate them on the model. I'll instruct them as to what they need to do to take the next steps to get over here to eXp. And when they join, we're going to add them right to your first tier. And you're going to earn up to $2,800 per year for that agent, okay? So it's really, really, really simple. The model sells itself, as you can already tell. Now, here's what I've learned. Once an agent can get to level 6, they've attracted 25 agents. Here's what happens. So once they've attracted 25 agents to their tier 1, from that day, their revenue share team will grow due to the recruiting efforts of others through the 7 levels, will grow to an average of 625 agents organically, again, due to the recruiting efforts of others within 36 months. And it happens like magic, you guys. Once you hit 25 agents, I mean, you can't even stop this thing from growing. I promise you that. Now, the average income to you per agent per year, because they're not all going to be cappers and you're compensated different amounts at different tiers. Here's how the math works. And here's the math cheat, okay? The average income to you per agent per year is going to be between $800 and $1,000 per year, okay? So let's do the math behind that. You've joined eXp, you've added 25 agents to your tier 1. Within 36 months, it's grown to 625 agents. Multiply that even by the low end of that mathematical cheat, $800, guys, that is $500,000 per year in what I love to call wake up money. I mean, all you have to do to earn it is just wake up, that's it. Now look at it like this, to earn passive income of $500,000 per year, let's say you want to invest your money in the stock market. You'd need to get, and let's say you're expecting a 5% return on your investment. You'd need to invest $10 million in cash and get that 5% ROI in order to make $500,000. So you're ready for a stupid question? Which is easier, saving and investing $10 million in cash or attracting just 25 agents to join eXp? All right, let's say you could just do 1 per month on average, right? It takes you 2 years to get to 25 agents. Within 36 months, it will grow to 625 agents. Now, this is based on my independent research, and I'm a numbers guy, okay? Grow to 625 agents within the next 36 months. So in 5 years, you could be making $500,000 in passive income. Now, transactional income is great, and yes, it's noble to work on your business and in your business, yet the challenge is, again, if you don't produce, you don't make money. Now, passive income, on the other hand, it shows up whether you produce or not, okay? So let's dive into some other aspects. At eXp, we offer health insurance to all of our agents. Now, my family and I, we just shifted over to the eXp health insurance on October 1st because we've met our family's deductible. Yet by making that shift happen, it saves us over $5,000 per year. And it's a much better policy than the policy we had prior to that. Our other policy didn't seem to cover anything, and yet the eXp policy is a really good policy. Let's talk about agent count. 2017, look at this, 6,500 agents compared to right now, we just went over 36,000 agents. Guys, eXp is on a rocket ship. They're growing faster than anybody's ever grown. In fact, last month they added over 3,000 agents to eXp. So with over 2 million licensed realtors in North America alone, now is the time. We've just hit 36,000. And we are the tip of the iceberg. Right now is the time to join eXp and start earning revenue share. The early adopters are the ones that are going to make the most money here. I promise you that. Now, this is an unlimited opportunity as well. And thank you, Matt, for typing that in there. It's just going there. Great minds, right? You can attract agents from all 50 US states. You can attract agents from every province in Canada, the UK, Australia, South Africa just opened. Venezuela is getting ready to open. Mexico is going to be opening here real soon. It's an unlimited opportunity. See, both my boys just got their real estate licenses. They're 20 and 21 years old. They've joined eXp because they see the light. Yet if they ever came to me and said, hey, Dad, I want to start my own brokerage, or I want to align with like a RE/MAX and buy a franchise, quite frankly, I would write them out of my will. And I'm not kidding you, because it's a limited opportunity. They're limited because it's based on the geographic territory in which they can attract agents to join. And even if they got every realtor in their local board to join their brokerage, which is impossible, it's still a limited opportunity and a whole bunch of financial risk. Now at eXp, there is no financial risk. There's no capital contribution, and there's no liability associated with running the brokerage. It's the best of all worlds. I mean, you could go buy any franchise, buy a McDonald's franchise. It'll cost you $1 million. And you'd hope to break into the 6-figure income bracket net the first year of operation. It's a lot of capital risk for very little reward. Now, out of the eXp, zero capital risk, huge reward. It just makes sense. I think the only reason that people are not with eXp is one of two reasons. Number one, they haven't taken the time to really investigate this model and look at their financial destiny. Number two, they don't understand math. It's that simple. That's the only two reasons that somebody wouldn't be with eXp. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here real quick. In 2017, you can see we're 23rd in sales volume, 10th in closed transaction, number 7 in agent count. Look at what happened between 2018 and 2019. Number 2 in sales volume, number 3 in transaction sides, number 3 in agent count. Look at this. Production in billions since 2004, $500 million in sales volume. Last year, 38.2 billion in sales volume. That's 138% compound annual growth rate, gang. Unheard of in our industry. Fastest growing real estate brokerage in the history of real estate sales. Now, who you join eXp under is going to make a huge difference in your ability to create that wake up money. So we formed this group called Libertas. Now, Libertas, Latin for the word freedom. And we wanted the name of our group to really speak to what it is that we intend to accomplish for each and every one of you. And that's freedom from financial worry. Just knowing that every month you're going to have funds automatically deposited right into your account. Dang, I've been doing this for less than a year. I'm already making over $20,000 a month in wake up money. Just wake up money. It just shows up in my account. You want to talk about reduction of stress, anxiety, and worry? I mean, in fact, I put together a pro forma based on the current monthly growth rate. I'm at 27.4% per month growth rate right now. I'm going to be making over 6 figures per month by May of 2021, thanks to this model. And I'm so grateful to every one of you who's chosen to align with Libertas. There's some significant benefits associated with Libertas. For example, when you make the decision, you come over here to eXp, we're going to pair you with an onboarding concierge. This person is going to take you by the hand. They're going to give you the guided tour of the eXp world, give you a demo of the KV Core platform. They'll help you get that set up, by the way. They'll give you the demo of SkySlope, make sure you know how to use it. They'll show you where to go to sign up for training. They'll give you a tour of eXp Workplace and make sure that you're associating with the right groups. eXp Workplace is powered by Facebook, looks and acts just like Facebook, yet it's only for eXp agents. There's a ton of collaboration. It's a beautiful community of like-minded people that are sending referrals back and forth. They're sharing ideas, sharing their challenges, getting suggestions from other people. It is a collaborative workplace and a powerful community. Now, they're going to give you the tour of all of that stuff, including eXp Enterprise, and show you how to use everything and where to go when you have a question and that sort of thing. Now, in addition to that, we're going to offer you coaching and training to improve your sales business and your attraction business. So our partners, Tim and Julie Harris, they offer a program called Premier Experience. That is a semi-private coaching call that's done daily, and you can engage in that for free, okay? For free when you join Libertas. I offer my program called Accelerated Breakthrough. In fact, the next launch happens this coming Wednesday. It's a 16-week coaching and training program that you can engage in for free when you join the Libertas group. And when I do that for teams, they pay me $2,500 per month for those 4 months. It's a $10,000 program. You can take that absolutely free of charge. In fact, I'll even ship out a 3-ring binder to you because every session, they're live sessions completed on Zoom every single week, same day of the week, same time. They're 1-hour duration sessions, and I'm going to email you a workbook the day before the session. You'll print that off, you 3-hole punch it, you clip it into the tab in the binder. And guys, individuals who engage in that program, they're literally doubling, tripling, quadrupling their production in real estate sales. We give you our business planning systems. We invite you to exclusive weekly mastermind sessions. There's 2 of them. The first one happens on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock Eastern. It's 12 o'clock Pacific. And that's to improve your real estate sales. It's a mastermind session that I conduct. And you'll not only hear my perspective, you're going to hear the perspective of everybody who's on that mastermind call. Additionally, on Thursdays at 1 o'clock Eastern, what is that, 10 o'clock Pacific, we offer the Libertas group call. Now that call is all about how to attract agents to join eXp. So we help you by providing you with the right knowledge, the right skills, mindset, habits, scripts, dialogues, objection handlers, so that you too can begin attracting agents to align with you here at eXp to really start building that revenue share. Now, once you attract somebody, your number one job is to get them into attraction so that they too can start earning residual and passive income. We'll give you KV core training. We have an exclusive private Facebook group that you'll be invited to. And again, a lot of collaboration happening inside that group. And then you'll have direct contact with some of the most influential trainers and coaches in real estate today. Now, that concludes my presentation. And I just want you to relax, okay? I'm not here to hard close you. I'm not here to pressure you into joining eXp by any stretch of the imagination. I believe the model sells itself. Yet I do want you to do me a favor. I want you to imagine 3 years down the road, let's just say that you're making in excess of $20,000 per month in residual and passive income. Let me just ask, what would you do with the extra money? Just think about it. What would you do with it? In fact, if you want to, type into the chat your number one thing. What would you do? Think about it. Would you buy a new car? Maybe buy a new house? Maybe invest that money back into the real estate market to create more residual and passive income and improve your financial net worth? Back to Bermuda. I love it. Invest smart. Buy eXp stock. I love it. Be debt-free, no doubt. More family trips. Good for you. Donate to your charity. Go on family vacation. Absolutely. I believe you guys deserve all of those things. Yet think about it. If you stay at your current brokerage, how are you going to do that? Are you going to do something different? Or are you just going to work harder? Sounds painful to me. And yet think about this. When you make the decision, you come over to eXp, you align with this powerful group of people that are going to help you build passive and residual income so that you could go to Bermuda, you could invest, you could buy eXp stock, you could donate to your charity, you could take a trip with your family members, whatever it is that you want to do. Let's just say that within 3 years, we can make all of that happen. Let me ask, would that make you happy? Would it make you happier than you are today, right now? Well, then I think you need to do the right thing. I think you need to get your license over here to eXp. Let us help you create significant financial wealth for your future. It seems like there was some other thing I wanted to mention to you, yet here it is. What's the next step? What is the next step? Now, the next step is non-committal, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to get with whoever invited you to attend this Zoom meeting today. I want you to request from them the eXp application link so that you can actually complete the application, the independent contractor agreement. Now, when you do that, there are no disclosures made to your local board, your MLS, or your current brokerage. It is totally confidential. Yet by doing that, then what we'll do is we'll pair you with a concierge onboarding person to give you a tour of all the technology here at eXp. They'll give you the tour of the eXp world, the demo of KV Core, SkySlope, show you how Workplace works. They'll show you eXp Enterprise, how all that stuff works as well. Then you can make an educated and informed decision. Is eXp a good fit for you or not? If it's not, just simply rescind the application and the ICA. No harm, no foul, hasn't cost you any money, just a little bit of time so that you can investigate the technology and see how it is you'll blow it up here at eXp, right? Now, again, you can rescind that at any time. Now, if you're like me and you like the technology, well, then you can initiate transfer of your license over to eXp. That's when your current brokerage will know. That's when your MLS will know, as well as your local board, okay? But until then, it's totally confidential. My input, take the next step with us. Again, non-committal step. You can back out at any time, yet check out the technology. I think that's a basic fundamental component to making this monumental decision. And I don't take this decision lightly, yet at the same time, it will improve your financial destiny when you come over here to eXp. All right, let's see. Is there any questions in the chat? Let's see, I don't see anything. All right. So you can unmute yourself if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll let you guys get on with your busy days. My input, oh wait, where do you see the stock price going? That's a great question. Matt, I would tell you that they're attempting to reclassify the stock, not as a real estate sales firm, yet as a technology company. When you look at the valuation of Zillow compared to eXp, eXp should be right up there with Zillow. And if that were the case, then the stock value would be about $400 per share. So I want you to keep that in mind. And they're going to be making some significant announcements coming up in the future. So my money's with eXp. Now, I'm not giving you advice, financial advice, and definitely not a statement of earnings yet. I would encourage you to engage in that direct stock purchase program if you have not, and earn as much of the equity awards that you can through attracting agents and through your personal production as well, as it'll have a profound impact on your financial destiny. You want to improve your net worth? I know I do. eXp is the answer. All right, gang. Thank you so much for your investment of time. I'll let you get on with your busy days. Really appreciate you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.